For Jamal Haynes. Right.
Jamal, with all the hard work you've put in since you've been here, how satisfying was it to see your name on that Maxwell watch list?
It's definitely a great thing to look at, but we really don't worry about any preseason awards. We worry about winning and doing what we have to do inside of fall camp to make sure that we have the best team that we can to start off the season.
Chad?
Switching gears a little bit, can you tell us about your academic journey a little bit, right? Like you graduated, pretty high GPA, and what you're going into now?
Yes, I actually just graduated this past May with a business degree, and then I'm heading into my master's program right now in marketing. So that's going to be the next little year venture. So hopefully I'll be trying to get drafted and graduating at the same time.
There was some dean's list in there, right?
Yes, sir. 4.0 ended up on the dean's list this past final semester.
Yeah. Was
Yes,
that
sir.
bigger than all the football stuff you've done, or comparable, or?
I mean, he got me my degrees, and that's what I needed. So that's definitely what we were aiming towards. So definitely happy with that for sure.
Jamal, just wanted to ask a little about just your leadership. Seeing you just, obviously talking with some of the young offensive linemen, just, obviously just upholding that Georgia Tech standard. Just talk a little about that and just seeing that leadership with the young guys and showing them, what it takes to be a Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, definitely. Just really growing up throughout the program. Obviously, I've been here for 5 years, so I kind of know what the ins and outs of how practice and how fall camp is going to be. Obviously, we have a lot of young guys that did come in, so just really getting them prepared and really just trying to help them out, getting pushed through practice, but also upholding the standard that Coach Key sees and that the team sees. So Coach Key talked about making that final jump, and making that jump is helping out your younger guys and getting them going and upholding that standard.
Obviously, last year you were banged up off and on through the season. Just talk about how health-wise you feel, and then I guess physically too. You put on some what was yours? How good do you feel going into this season?
Probably the best I've ever felt. I said it probably like a couple interviews ago. Y'all will get the full Jamal Haynes this year. Y'all get the full Jamal Haynes. I feel great, healthy, physically and mentally. I feel I'm in a great space right now.
Jamal, you look at the depth of this team and just the confidence in this team and the way y'all are flying around in practice. It looks a little different than previous years. How does that confidence, where did it come from, and how does it relate to Saturdays?
It all starts with the hard work and recruiting. I mean, those guys do spend hours and hours on the road going to find out the guys that will fit this program and that will fit the depth of this program. And over the years, we have definitely created a great depth in all positions, and that gives us a chance to not have any fall off, whether it be a 1 or 2 or 3, whoever goes in the game. That gives us a chance to win.
Coach Key yesterday talked about the weather conditions, how warm it was, and it'll be similar to maybe to what you'll face the first couple of games. What has the experience been for you out there the last 2 days?
Personally, that's a mental thing. You really got to just lock in and go to the task. Like, go at the task at hand. You can't really worry about all the outside factors, whether it's rain, hail, sleet, snow. Doesn't matter. You got to go get the job done. So it's one of those mental things that you just have to lock in.
Right.
Jamal's a player that's been around this team and this program for a while now. Is it exciting for you seeing maybe the progression of how this program has looked over the last couple of years? You kind of have a different insight knowing that you've been around it for a long time. So how have you kind of seen it this year when you look at it, everybody flying around versus the first couple of years you were here, and just how the program has kind of grown over the course of the last couple of years? I know it's deeper, but just the feeling around it, can you tell the difference?
I definitely could tell the difference. I think the biggest difference is the buy-in. Everybody's bought in, especially like just from starting off in the spring with obviously the guys coming in and NIL taking a big turn. You're never gonna have the same team over the years. It's just inevitable. So just really with the new guys coming in and then us building a bond over the spring and the summer, you can definitely see the change in the program. And then on top of that, we have a great locker room. And as long as you have a great locker room, you have great people surrounded by your team, you have a great team.
Gotcha. Coach Faulkner was just in here. He got a contract extension a couple weeks ago. What's he meant to you and the program?
He meant everything to me and the program. He actually was one of the first people that actually suggested that I move from wide receiver to running back, him just knowing my background and whatnot. But first off, congratulations to him, because that's huge. That's huge on his part. Congratulations to Georgia Tech, because I know they obviously wanted to keep him. But yeah, he's been a big role in my life, and I forever appreciate Coach Faulkner for sure.
Just a question on that, Jamal. I talked about the position change, obviously, a few years ago, but just how does he make you guys' job easier on the field where you're not thinking necessarily, you're just reacting, you know where to go, and it's about to be successful in this offense?
It definitely starts from Coach Faulkner, but definitely rolls into our position coaches. Coach McKenzie does a very great job of just making sure everybody just knows what they're doing, especially inside that running back room. And then just really from that transitional standpoint, from going from wide receiver to running back, he makes everybody inside the room make sure that they know what they're doing. So it was very easily processed. But now I'm 2 years in, going on 3 years now. I feel very comfortable in the backfield. I'm just ready to play now. It's time to get it on.
Speed it up.
Speed it up. Yes, sir.
Obviously, some additions in the running back during this year, running back room. Just talk about how excited you are about that group, and probably allows you to be more fresh and have more depth at that position. How big is that for this offense?
That's extremely big. I could truthfully say it's probably the best running back room we've had at Georgia Tech in a good little long time. Just as far as each person in there, talent-wise, and how we push each other each and every day, it's great to have. And then just as far as like what you said, just me on the part of just staying healthy, it gives everybody else a chance to actually get some touches. But on top of that, keep me fresh and make sure I'm good to go.
Anything else?